you. Okay, guy.
There you go.
Okay, good. Okay, yes. So the Earth, is it a school or a jail? And the more information coming up, we are realizing that it was originally a school, a very advanced one, almost like the honors class. So we all very advanced students here. However, the school was hijacked by negative entities when they realized that they can um, feed or generate energy from our negative emotions. And those are not just my words, guys. That's Galactic Federation, that's Ashtar Command. They keep saying the same thing. And just recently, they was very, very clear about it. And that's when it clicked even more of why the shadow work is so important. Because the shadow was artificially manufactured so they can literally milk us for energy. Remember this cartoon Monsters Inc? You saw it? Well, guess what? That was their disclosure. Because you know how they tell you the truth sometimes to avoid karmic responsibilities? And they just like through a cartoon or through a movie, they're like, oh no, that's what we're doing. We're disclosing it to you. So it's not on us. You guys using your free will to choose what you want and you're choosing fear. Okay, well, that's fine. But they do it in such a like subtle ways. So for people who are not really aware, they're just like, oh, it's a funny cartoon for kids. Great. Okay, well, scary monsters. Guess what? They're doing this to adults too through our inner child. So the child in the movie, that's our inner child. And we've been indoctrinated for fear for eons, for thousands of years, through religions were hacked when we were taught to look for savior outside of ourselves and never embodying the Christ within, even though the Christ said, the way to the Father is through me, and he pointed at his own heart, you know? The way through heaven is through your heart, through me, and I am the Christ consciousness. I am the open heart, the fourth density. But, of course, everything was said 2,000 years ago in such like allegories that for us, it's like, what did he mean? What does it mean? And the Bible was, and not only Bible, the Quran, many, many scriptures were misinterpreted for longest time, manipulated. The story was changed, the meaning was changed. I'm reading Quran just because I want to know how these people think. What is the local brainwash for the whole Muslim world, right? I want to understand. I even went to Kaaba. That's how far I went to really understand what's happening in the mind of the Muslim people. And the same thing, the prophet, the message was good, but the way they explain the message is so crooked and it's so manipulative that now people are congested in fear there too, and they start to reject everything else. They think that's the only way, we're only right way, everybody is wrong. The Jews did the same thing, and everybody's doing the same thing, separation. And that was the very goal of those entities who run the governments, world governments. So, education, food systems, manufacturing toxins for ourselves. So, we're sick. When we're sick, we're in distress, we're in fear. It's easier to to squeeze more fear out of us when we're weak. And it's like a loop. Like we're weak, they give us fear. We become more fearful because we're weak, they suck even more energy. So they're constantly harvesting and we're constantly weak and we're constantly sick. We cannot send ourselves. We rely for the government to save us or the Ashtar command, come save us. Like so many people come and it's like, oh, what did you do when it was so many wars and you didn't come and save us? No, 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 no. We are responsible for the saving. We are responsible for our own shadow work. And so when we do the shadow work, we um, restore the truth that sets us free. We see the lies behind the false narrative that create, oh, what if this and what if this, and I'm not good enough, right? And when we let go of that, guess what happens? We take our power back. We stop feeding them with our energy. We got our energy to ourselves so that we can create whatever we want using our free will. Because to create something, you need energy. And because they're taking the energy for so long, we was always in a victim mode for like eons. And we've been taught by our parents, grandparents, how to stay in the victim mode. I still, the words of my mother, of my father ringing in my ears, how much in the victim mentality they were back in Soviet Union and still now. And the brainwash was in every country because it's a global maneuver. But now the truth coming up, now still people have lots of people still have lots of resistance to the truth, but it's, the wave, the tsunami of truth is so powerful. And it's nice to observe it in a global way, but we need to turn our eye towards ourselves because we are the anchors of truth. And it doesn't not matter how many people awaken there. If we don't polish our diamond, because we inside, every one of us is a diamond. And so we need to literally just clean that diamond of the dust of this old fake belief systems. And then we will get our power back, raise the vibration, and then we're not going to be affected by the 5G towers, by the COVID vaccines. Whoever got the COVID vaccine, people like, oh my God, I got the COVID vaccine for sure. Now something's going to be wrong with me. I'm going to suffer. I'm going to die early, and I'm going to develop all sorts of problems. Not necessarily. If you believe it, if you're victim to it, yes. If you stay in that fear mode, yes, something will happen for sure. But, and the Star Command and the Galactic Federation keep saying, your consciousness is more powerful than any of this stuff. You're like the radiating sun. And so if you stop dimming yourself with the clouds of lies, then none of their artificial AI microchipping technology will affect, because it will simply dissolve in the light of our own consciousness. And so that's why I'm doing this meeting again. If you guys have any questions, or if something come up with you, like some kind of old narratives and you didn't know how to process it, or if something hurts in your body for like a long time, something tight, and you just can't understand what's happening, I can help you to if you have any questions at all.
Right here.
Yes.
I broke my arm almost 4 years ago now and had a compression injury that went all the way up through my arm, shoulder, neck, and head. And I do a lot of complementary healing work. I do a lot of inner work, but this is just not healing. It seems to come and go. And my cranial nerves, another medium I spoke with said, well, they're inflamed and compressed. And I'm like, well, how do you fix that? And then I thought, oh, there's got to be something deeper inside of me that is preventing all of this from healing, because I know the body can heal itself.
Yes, and fast. And
Mm-hmm.
so that was your right arm?
Yes.
Okay. So, and you fell and you had an injury. So injury is always some kind of belief in self-punishment. So it's either deep-seated guilt or shame.
Mm-hmm.
Eh, something about you being proactive in the world. Am I doing enough? Am I doing too much? Am I doing not enough? Um, and something also with the masculine energy in your body, your right side. So you're going to take a look at that. So it's something like deep shame and guilt in your father lineage. It's not even yours 100%, but you took upon yourself because you're in the lineage. But it's a guilt and shame in your father lineage that you need to look at and see. Like if if you hold your hand, for example, where it's always tight,
Hmm.
where it hurts, and you feel kind of squeeze it there, and you feel like that pain just even a little bit, or tightness, and you can
Yep.
ask the tightness, why are you tight? And listen. Just don't make up anything in your mind, simply listen with awareness. Sometimes it's hard to do it in the public, but even in your private time, maybe you can hear now.
Hmm. Hmm.
Anything coming up for you?
Just exactly what you said, shame and guilt.
Shame and guilt. Now you can ask let's say guilt. Guilt, what are you guilty about? And listen.
Not being perfect, the perfect little girl.
Not being perfect. Wow, your awareness is very high. That's beautiful. And then and that's when the conversation begins. Is it true that I am not perfect? Because the scripture says that I was created in the image of God. How can I be imperfect?
Mm-hmm.
You say God is imperfect. You say that this creation is imperfect. Who said that such a lie?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So say that to your guilt, and
Yeah.
then see what the guilt will say back to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was created in the image of God. How am I? I am a unique expression
Created
of
in the
God, a unique frequency.
It's created in the image of God. How am I not perfect? I have a unique frequency for myself to heal my body.
How does it feel, that guilt? It's either going to change into different emotion, or it's going to talk back with some other objectives.
It came back with doubt. Are you sure? It's like, are you sure? Are you sure you're created in the image of God? So it's
Oh, okay. Then tell it that. Um,
I
everything, everything in this existence is made out of God, because there is nothing else to be made from. Only God exists. Only consciousness exists.
mm-hmm,
Only this intelligence exists. There's nothing else. Everything is made out of that. So there is nothing else to be made from.
mm-hmm.
Tell this to, to your guilt.
Yeah.
What does it say?
What does it say? It brings pressure up here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we're moving the energy. That's good. So
Yes.
the pressure right here, then follow the pressure and say, pressure, why you what are you so pressured about? Why are you tense? Pressure, why are you tense?
Pressure. Why are you tense?
And put it where it travels now. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I can feel it shifting in my head.
Hmm. It's trying to
Yeah.
hide from the truth.
Yes, it is.
It's trying to hide, but you catch it. You like go after it and say, okay, no, let's talk. I see
Yeah.
you, because it's
Yeah.
not even your thing. It's like a tiny little voice in your head that's like not you, not part of you, but like little, I don't say demonic, but low frequency little thing that there, trying
It's a
to
low,
create
low
it.
frequency that it's bringing me back memories of my father's, that I couldn't do anything right ever.
For
Yeah.
him.
For him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was his trauma.
That's
So he
right.
was projecting his trauma upon you, and then you took it upon yourself. So he believed that he could do nothing right about
Mm-hmm.
himself. And because of this deep guilt, he was projecting it on the children. So typical for the parents, especially when parents are not aware. That's why parents really, and grandparents, parents and grandparents must do this work, so we don't project on our children. Children are powerful, innocent creators, and we all projecting so much crap if we are not aware.
That's right.
So Just realize that. So tell this little thing, oh, so you're not even mine. You're my father's. But let
Mm-hmm.
me tell you, on the behalf of my father, that daddy, you do the best you could and you the best you knew at the time. And you were perfect as you could at that moment. You was perfect for your role at the time. You were perfect uh, because I chose you to learn certain lessons. And one of the lessons I wanted to learn is how to experience the guilt and how to transform it back to love. So, dad,
Mm-hmm.
you can even talk to your dad and say, listen, you are fine. Is he still alive or not?
No.
Okay, so the even more important to talk to him. Connect to your dad and say, Dad, I love you. You were perfect. Thank you so much. And send lots of gratitude to him.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm taking your perfection a little bit further. And I become even more perfect because I simply remembering how to heal. And through healing, I remembering who I really am, the spark, the star of the God. I'm a spark of the God, finding my own light. In the deepest darkness of the guilt and shame, I still find my light and my love. And you feel love for yourself and you feel love for your dad. And maybe, and you're very sensitive, but at this moment, you might feel love from your dad back to you because nobody ever dies. They can
Right.
hear us better than we can hear them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You feel it? What
Mm-hmm.
about the pressure? Do you feel anywhere the pressure now? What's happening to
No,
it?
it has dissipated immensely, the pressure in my
Okay.
head up here. And this is not as tight. I can feel it leaving my body, like going into my shoulder and out my body.
Yeah, yeah. And then because your arm is a lineage or the father lineage, you can shake it like this. It's like no more. I'm not holding on to this old negative belief systems anymore. You just shake it like you're shaking your shackles of fear, or shackles of guilt, or shackles of shame. You just shake it off. Yeah. And that is, and you will,
Oh, yeah.
right? You feeling it? It's like
Oh, yeah.
something leaving your body. It was this little parasitic little entity that was stuck to the guilt and shame. Because what happens, the mechanism of the whole thing is this: we're
Oh,
put into guilt. We begin to believe into some guilt and shame narrative.
uh-huh.
That emotionally, we open the door to the negative entities to come in and suck to us like leeches, like a leech, and start
Mhm.
feeding it. And with the low vibration, it's keep like propagating or keep like anchoring that low vibration guilt because it's feeding in it, so it wants to create more of that for itself through you. It's your neutral energy, it's your vital energy, but they turn it to low frequency and as soon as you use your free will and your power and say no, 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 all of that was lie, I don't believe your narrative anymore, this is not even mine, you close the door, the things fall apart like a leech, just falls apart, and it can never
Mhm.
come back because the door is not even open. You see
Ah,
why it's so important to have those conversations with in your intimate time and your when you're alone. We always have some kind of tightness or achy feeling somewhere, this hurts and that. And if it's repetitive, if it's not because you went to gym and worked out too much, but if it's repetitive, you're always holding some kind of trauma somewhere or fear somewhere, place your hand on that hand and start talking to the tension, start talking to the pain, and it will lead you to such an interesting places.
mhm.
Um, Anybody else want to
Hmm.
um, have a question or have something that they worked on and couldn't understand?
No, you give me much clarity because the issue is for me with my right side of my groin. And I always have pain in my hips right there. And when you start explaining this, I think, oh, it's because my father died of a young age because of cancer on his groin, on that right side.
Interesting.
Oh, very
Yes,
interesting.
and my mom always told me it was my fault. My dad got sick. So I got a lot of shame and guilt from early age on. And now I'm realizing, oh, the pain is all coming back from that. So it gives me a lot of clarity. So I need to speak more nicely to my body too.
Hmm.
Speak, definitely speak to that guilt and shame. By the way, hips and inner legs and groin is us being vulnerable to the world, us being open to ourselves. So lots of shame and guilt. When we feel shame and guilt, we hide ourselves and we hide. This is our second chakra, first chakra, like the very
Yeah,
essence of who I am. Like the narrative there, my existence is bad. My existence is wrong. I am creating problems for others just by my existing. It's a deepest trauma, and it's one of the deepest sort of like cancer for the soul, you know what I mean? So definitely, yes, definitely clear all of that stuff. And the physical, your body is a mirror. Speaking of the mirror
yeah,
method, that the using your body as a mirror of your inner beliefs. Amazing. That mirror never lies. People come to
yeah.
for me for the sessions and go like, I'm like, oh, I feel like you hold lots of anger in your belly. It's like, oh no, I'm not angry. No, there's no anger. I'm like, but the body never lies. The body
Yes.
never lies. This is
No,
the
much
evidence.
trauma is already stored in the hips. The most of the trauma of the people is stored in the hips. Yes.
Anything to do with self-esteem or self-worth in the hips. Anything to
Yeah.
do with a social ego based, I am like not good enough as an in a social scheme, or somebody who is flexing his ego and trying to become like a bully. That's a third chakra, and that's where they're gonna have problems with big belly or in the gut. It's all middle back. And the
Yeah.
heart chakra, lots of people hold pain in the heart chakra when they go like, where like this. They're hiding
Oh,
themselves. They're
yeah.
hiding they're afraid to being hurt in their heart. They don't trust love itself because when they were little, they were heartbroken because someone abandoned them emotionally, physically. Um, um, or they will like really, how children are loving and open, and somebody was like, oh, you like nobody can love you, I mean, the way you are, nobody can love. Who gonna love you the way you are? Oh, my mother said it to me a couple times. Who gonna love you like that? Like, what's wrong with you? And how many people watching our language, how many people would talk out to ourselves and to each other? What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Right? What's wrong with you? Oh, please. That's a projection, of course. Then what's wrong with
Yeah.
me? That's belief that something's wrong with me. And that's going to be the hips. Something is wrong with me, or the heart. So,
Many years I walked like this with my shoulders up. I didn't know why, but always walking with my shoulders. And I, over time, I realized it's my heart chakra. So now I'm really relaxed in my shoulders.
oh, good. So at least you healed that part. Yeah, we as we mature, yeah, the hips usually it's like, somebody's trying to hit you and you do this. So that's a reflection for the body, but the attack can come from outside. It can be verbal, it can be emotional. When we're little, that word, what's wrong with you? You go like, or something, you're doing everything wrong again, and you do like this. But then
Yeah.
remember, when we become adults, we're saying it to ourselves. People don't say to us because it's not appropriate. Like most people have self-control when they grow up, but how much negative self-talk we indulging in ourselves, in our mind, in the background, that's the old stories. So watching that and becoming aware of your own mind and a negative self-talk. I just had like a private session, a couple of private sessions with people where it was driving people again to like the bottom, to the suicides, to quitting the jobs, to not being able to hold a job because everybody's, as a mirror is so strong and everybody's like attacking you. And they're attacking you because the guy's attacking himself. What's wrong with me? I'm not worthy. I am like second class. I am always a victim. Everybody's think I'm stupid. I'm stupid. All this self-talk. When that happens, the world will show to you the world is just a mirror. So watching the negative self-talk, super important. Please tell this to other people in your families, like not becoming exactly the psychotherapist, but noticing and bringing the attention and explaining people how it works. Once people understand, they go like, "Oh wow, so what am I doing to myself?" And then they start to pay a little bit more attention.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, anybody else?
Yeah, me, Guillaume. I think I have a similar problem than Annette. So it's basically my lower scapula. I feel like big pain there, which gives me a big pain here in the like just there. And when I do like this, I feel a big tension in the neck right there. And yeah, I guess it's more about the mother side, right? And the perfection, as you said, for her, or maybe different.
Yeah. So this area here, you know how when we lift shoulder, if somebody like trying to hit us would do this or would do this.
Uh-huh.
So the tension is almost from this, like you're rolling your shoulder and you keeping it like this, as if you're trying to protect yourself from something coming at you. But that something coming at you was from the mother line, probably from the mother, maybe criticism, something that you always you didn't feel safe in your own home. As a boy, were your mom a little bit like, I mean, almost every mom had a moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's perpetually, that's the thing. If she is not healed, she will be putting it on you.
Yeah. I can acknowledge a lot of things like this, but it's more about like not holding her responsible for this. I mean, the way I'm taking it myself, I should just like
Yeah, no, the body just shows you that, okay, where the roots are. We're not blaming them. They did absolutely the best they could in loving you.
uh-huh.
They could not do any better. It was the best. She
Mm.
tried, she would traumatize herself. She had no tools, no awareness of what is happening. She was just in pain and in her own things,
Yeah.
So, you know the roots, you understand the narrative now, the false narrative. Now watching where you're attacking yourself, because now where you embody that self-talk, your mom is in your back of your mind somewhere saying those things, you start to do this because the voice comes, but it's now internalized. It comes
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the heart.
definitely.
So
Yeah,
catching those little, and listen, just talking about it and understanding it, okay, that's what it is. That's not going to do it. What you need to do is to take a piece of paper and a pen and start writing specifically the words, the beliefs, what make you do this, the beliefs about yourself, the words that you say to yourself or hear from somebody else that make you tense right here.
uh-huh.
That is very important. You need to like detail it. If you don't detail it, you'll be like, oh, well, I know how it works. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, well, it's still there. You never transmuted it. Transmutation takes that little bit of work. And then on each negative thought or negative belief system that you find within yourself, and you can use your mother as a mirror. She was this. And then now you can you can put I over the
Yeah,
she. Now I am doing it. And now how do I want to it be now?
sure.
I see the
Yeah.
negative. What's the new belief systems? And on each negative, you write 5 positives. To cancel out one negative belief systems, you need to find the words in your
Okay.
language. What language do you speak?
French.
French, okay. In French, and if you're usually people's vocabulary for negative words is bigger than for the positive words. And a study has been done, and it's because we were indoctrinated into more negative timelines. Like it was manufactured because so we kept in fear. They controlled us through language. And so on each negative word, you need to find 5 positives. And if you can't think of anything, then use ChatGPT, Google, the
I will
antonyms of
invent
this
some new words.
word. Yes, yes, yes. I had to do that because I couldn't find the words. Like, what is opposite of this? So give me one word that an example so you can kind of like really understand how to do it. So give me one belief system, so one narrative that keeps you like this, that you think to yourself, for example,
Mm,
or something you heard from your mom that made you do this.
controlling me somehow with words and like so basically she was hiding from me who was my dad. Then the dad who raised me passed away, and sometimes she was not very clever in the words she used to me. And for example, I think I didn't really accept the death of my dad who raised me, as she was always repeating, "Yeah, but you're lucky you have two dads compared to your brothers and sisters." And I realized during my first ayahuasca retreat that those words were holding me from connecting with the pain of losing my dad. And a lot of things
Oh,
like
she was
this.
trying to protect you from that pain. She did it out of love and out of fear that you can get hurt. So
Mm,
she was trying to protect you from you connecting to your pain, resolving to your pain. So she was controlling because she was trying to protect you. She just didn't know how to do it correctly. So,
I know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, okay. So that's where you can have compassion and gratitude to her right away. Say, oh my God, mom, thank you. You're trying to protect me, but I needed this to process this then.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I have to
Mm-hmm.
process it now. Now it's harder, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So she is controlling. I am controlling. So look at yourself and see how are you controlling yourself now in some ways. Where, in which ways are you still trying to control yourself instead of expressing yourself innocently like a child?
I mean, I try not to rely on her for this anymore. When she speaks about something and I feel it's not right, I just try to explain her calmly my point of view on things in order to create like maybe boundaries, you know, between what she projects or what she thinks is good for me. And I'm just
Or you're trying to now control her, not giving you that care because she cares in that way. So you're
yeah.
trying to control her, in a way, control her. So I advise that in this situation, you begin to reparenting your inner child and become the mother for your own little boy inside. So you can connect with
Uh,
your little child inside, little boy, when you start to first feel this, and say to him, you can feel your feelings are completely valid and
mhm,
valuable. If you cry and if you feel sad, I still love you and I'm allowing you to feel your
mhm,
true feelings and express your true feelings, because it seems
mhm,
like it was controlling of your sadness. She was trying to
mhm,
control it. No, don't feel sad. And maybe you somewhere deep controlling your little inner child by not
mhm,
allowing now your mother. It's like all about this, you know? So you tell to you, I am your mom and your dad now, and I love
mhm,
you unconditionally. and you can express any feelings. You can feel any feelings. I still love you, and you're in a safe space to do that in my presence. I support you unconditionally. And that relationship with yourself, where you become the mother for your own little boy, the boy doesn't have to protect himself from the mom, because this is protection from the mom, because mom is always trying to control and do this, and you like still do it. But now I am, you are the mom, you are embodying the mother for your little boy. And so you're in a safe space, so you don't have to protect yourself. And this thing, then it should go away. You can go,
Amazing.
ah. You
Yeah, I'm
are
going to
free, you
Colombia next
are
week.
free, you
I'm
are
gonna work
safe.
on this with the Taita
Yeah, but I think
and
that's
myself
where
as well. You know, the way I work with medicine is also like with a mirror method. So
oh, good, good, good. And ayahuasca is the mother energy.
yeah,
So you were healing the mother relationship with the mother within yourself, the divine mother, maybe also, because
uh-huh.
your mother is one of the expression of the divine mother. So we choose the mothers too. And so you chose this mother to learn certain lessons
Mm-hmm.
also. So it's all valuable. And maybe you needed to heal your relationship with the divine feminine, with the divine mother within yourself, being the man, being the boy and the man. And
Uh-huh.
so, through the heart, and the fifth is a communication from the
Mm-hmm.
heart, the truth that comes right from your heart, not
Uh-huh.
from love, not from your pain, from the belly, but from the heart. And so really speaking the truth, and maybe talking to your mom, if she's ready to hear it, you don't have to, but
Uh-huh.
talking to the divine mother into
Yeah.
the darkness of the space. She is a space who holds the stars. The
Mm-hmm.
stars is like masculine energy, and this darkness is divine feminine, the womb that creates the stars. And so
Mm-hmm.
maybe even talking to the divine mother and creating, knowing who she is, how she supports you unconditionally, your light, as you are the star.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're always feeling loved and supported by the divine feminine. And
Mm-hmm.
then your relationship with your mom, and all women will change a little bit. It'll
Uh-huh.
become it'll become sweeter and
Yeah.
safer. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. So I feel it's a lot of work for me to do about this. So,
Not too
but
much. We just did a
I'm
lot of work. It's just a little
yeah,
bit. It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
little
yeah, it's fine.
tweaks.
I'm close to
You're
it.
perfect. Just little tweaks.
Yeah, yeah, close to it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I
I'm
hope.
so happy to help.
Yes, yes.
We have time for one more person.
Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Well, this week I've had lots of episodes of low blood pressure. I had to be rescued by my therapist who did a spiritual treatment on me, but I still don't quite, I cannot quite pinpoint where this came from because I never had episodes of blood pressure in my whole life. But there is one thing that I think might be related, which is my son, who is the light of my life, is traveling with his dad on vacation. And they're away for now for like 2 weeks. And it's almost as if I have no purpose in my life. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do. I've been through it too.
Okay, so is that what's going on? Because one thing is to ask for help and have someone rescue you, and another thing is to know what you have to work through so that doesn't happen anymore.
Exactly. So you already know. You just gave the answer to your own. You're very connected. So you tie your purpose to a specific outcome, like your child, the biggest part of it. But it's time to find, it's beautiful to be a mother. And how old is your child?
10.
10. Okay, so 10 is where they're integrating, they're going from the mother to the father. So our
Wow.
role as caregivers, as mothers, and like around the age of like 8 to 10, and around that age, they need to hang out more with fathers because now they're learning the divine masculine. And so when we tied our purpose to being the mother for so long, we start to identify with that, and it becomes almost like a trap. So you need to now gently start separating yourself and seeing him as individual soul who came through you in your care, who chose you as his mom. What an honor it is, right? When somebody chooses you to be his mom and such a beautiful boy, is like, oh, thank you. Wow, me? Really? Oh my God. Are you sure I'm good enough? So you did your mission, and now you cannot hold on to him like this anymore because he will never start shining like a star. You need to allow your grip to open slowly, slowly, and let the bird fly, 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 the butterfly, let it fly, right? So you're in the process still of holding too tight. And that was the heart is tight and the whole system is a little bit like that. So, and that creates imbalances in the blood pressure. It can be either high or low. It can be either way. Yours was low. Yeah, women tend to go with the low and guys tend to go with the high pressure. And so, and not only let go of him, but now finding the bigger mission for yourself, because your mission was a mother. And I had to go through this too when my boys, now one is 15, another is 20, I had to let go, like really let go, because moving out, right?
Mm-hmm.
The old one moved out, and the young one is now with the father almost a full time because that's what they need right now. And so finding a bigger mission. So my mission now, I am like guiding people through the shadow work, through more awareness, being a healer. So finding, replacing the missions basically, and do some soul searching. And I'm sure you already know because you already here. You're on this webinar for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Must be a healer or light worker.
Okay.
So
Thank
that's
you,
the
Anna.
thing. My pleasure, my pleasure.
Yeah. I want to add something to that because when you take the word parents and you split it, it's like a pair who rents. So as adult, as a parent, you like sort of rent your children because the time when it gets born, it's always about letting pieces go of your child.
And it's so hard. It's so, and when you see, if you see the child, and they will suffer at some point, because it's a journey of a hero for the boy, especially for the boys. The journey for the hero is some kind of problem or some kind of dilemma or something, because it's some kind of villain has to be in their life, because without the villain there is no hero, and without hero, who are they? They're born to be heroes. We all are. We incarnated in this intense school to face the deepest darkness, and then to remember ourselves, right? And so when I see my children going through intense pain or suffering, like mental, emotional, to me, I start to understand how the Mother Mary was looking at the Christ being crucified, because they are being crucified in so much pain, right? And I just have to, I just have to trust his mission, trust him being the Christ, trust that he is immortal, that he is divine, indestructible being of light, And it's for mothers, it's like the deepest development of us happening there, to witness our sons, our children, not to be separate, but also when they're separate, to, God forbid, they will have some kind of things, broken heart, relationships, this and that, like it's like life. That's why we're here. So as the mothers, we need to stand in our peace, in our trust, trusting their greatness, trusting their power, trusting their light, trusting their inner knowing, and trusting their path, without running to rescue, without trying to control them like your mom, to protect them. We start to control them, and they start to feel like, oh, they're afraid, or they're caged up, and they start to revolt, and they start to do drugs, because now we keep them in jail of our so-called love and protection, but really it's a jail. based on our fear. So as a mother, we have lots of transmutations, and it's intense. Anybody else? If not, any more questions? If there is no more questions,
Honey, I have one. Hold on, I
yes.
have one. How about hemorrhoids?
Hemorrhoids is being burdened. Actually, in the book Conversations with Fear, at the end, where it's was really conversation with the client, she actually had the hemorrhoids and this inflammation. And I gave that example because people usually don't talk about it. It's a taboo. It's like, oh, I don't want to talk. But so I gave that example in the book. And it was actually the shadow work specifically for hemorrhoids. If you have the book, you'll find that it's towards the end.
Okay.
So it's being burdened. It's like putting the burdens of the whole world upon yourself and being like responsible. And it's like, oh, it's so heavy and I have to do this. And every day is just, instead of walking life like more in like playful mode, like you can still do a lot, but you do it out of inspiration instead of out of obligation. So we put lots of obligations, it becomes heavy. Yeah, and then so in every moment, if you don't feel inspired to do something, like, okay, I have to wash these dishes, I have to wash these dishes, I have to, okay, I gotta go, and it feels heavy. You're like, okay, I'll do my dishes later when I really feel like it. And maybe couples, but for now, I'm gonna do something I really want to do. And you may be like, I don't know, read a chapter of a book or go for a walk, or I mean, do whatever you want, like listen to your heart, like, oh, I'm excited about this, or do nothing. I just want to lie on a couch for like 30 minutes or until I'm ready. And after you lie down and relax and you like, oh, I start to feel bored. Oh, how about if I do the dishes right now? Actually, I really want to do the dishes right now. Boom. And it becomes like late. You don't fight yourself, you don't force yourself, you don't put the heavy burden. Eh, you know. So like
I'm
this.
gonna try that. I appreciate take your
Try it.
advice. I will. I'm aware of it now. Thank you.
And also changing, noticing what gives you gut inflammation. So eating sugar sometimes, that's a secondary, but sugar, pastries, sometimes dairy, like that's what give me, like I cannot really eat American dairy. When I go to Colombia or when I go to England or Europe, no problem. When I'm in America, I cannot eat that dairy. I cannot eat that chicken. It's so gross. It's just, no, I cannot. So in this country, you have to be very careful with foods too.
Yeah, I've noticed I've changed my eating habits for the last year. I would say almost 2 years that I've been very aware and become vegetarian, a bunch of different changes in my body. So I'm very aware. Of course, there's always more to learn, but I noticed that the hemorrhoids has been there for the longest, and my mom had it, still has it.
Yeah, that's
And it's something
very,
that
very
is
deep.
being with, it's being with me like since I can remember. Like I always had it. And it's
So you learned as a little girl, you was observing her striving and striving and like being burdened and like and that deep. And I am not surprised if her mother also had it. It's like it's a long lineage of the being pressured and burdened and forcing yourself to do something against your will. Like, oh, I got to do this and this. So
and
lighten
I'm
up
very
little
good
by
at it.
little.
I'm very good at it, to force myself to do something. It's like I have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
I
You
have to
learn,
do
for
it,
you,
and
it's a
I go and
second
do it.
nature.
It is.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
horrible.
So, uh, but even saying the word, it's hard. You're like, oh, it's easy. So even throwing away the words that makes it seem hard, like, see, it's all details. The devil's in details. That's what they say. It's so true. Those little devils that go through little details, little narratives, little words, little things, becoming so convincing. And we're like, we're not aware and we just open and it goes right in our mind and it sits there. So catching that and maybe doing some activities where you do either nothing or it's just so much fun. I don't know.
Yes.
Find something that's so fun and it has no sense to do, no practical reason to do something like this, but you do it just because it's so much fun. I don't know, flying a thing on
A
the
kite.
how do you call it?
A kite.
Yeah, kites. Yeah, flying a kite on the beach or something. Like, why am I doing this stupid thing? Oh, I don't know. It feels like a little kid playing. I'm so excited.
Perfect. I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you, Anya. Appreciate you and appreciate
I love
everybody
you
being here.
guys. I
Thank
love
you.
you, girls and guys.
Can I
So
ask
for
one question? Sorry to clarify.
yes.
So I was just curious about the difference. I kept seeing like sometimes when we talk about, the complex of body, mind, and spirit, and there's a mention of subconscious, and then there's the unconscious. The unconscious mind and the subconscious, is this the same thing?
To
Is
me,
it any?
it's the same thing. So
Okay.
conscious, the word conscious is like you're aware, it's your consciousness, and
Mm-hmm.
sub means under. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's under your consciousness. You're not aware of it.
Right.
It's a shadow, and lots of good things there and some bad things there, but it's sub. So when you become more conscious or more aware of yourself through the shadow work, through meditation, activating your pineal gland through meditation, you become super conscious too. You start to all of a sudden things come to your surface, to the mind, and you're like, wow, some memories, and you connect the dots, and it just comes. You don't even know how it's happening. People ask me, how do you know this stuff? I just know. Just I work with a client, and I put a hand on somebody's back, and I know like what this person was through and why the pain is there. Like, how do I know it? I just know. My body communicates. We accessing the Akashic records, the whole of records, the memory of the body that we hold in our genetical material and our DNA. We
Mm-hmm.
are supernatural. We're not just this, you know, regular person with like body and survival mind. Our body is super intelligence. It's like this is organic AI of this planet. This body evolved on this planet for a long time, plus all these genes from like extraterrestrials that to the memories. We hold so much power and so much knowledge, but it's like locked in our subconscious. When you start to unlock it little by little, now we're opening more and more as the Gaia awakens, our body awakens, our DNA awakens, we feel it in our mind, and all of a sudden we can read somebody's mind. We can know some information we never read about, but we just know it. I don't know. We don't know how. We start to activate. Don't be surprised. Welcome your supernatural abilities without
Yes.
fear. Don't think
Right.
something wrong with you. You are. We're just scratching the surface, guys. We're gonna be. Anunnaki
Mhm.
were very powerful.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
and many other star lines, and Atlantis, and all this, all this amazing people, the Pleiadians. I mean,
Mm. Yes, I was told by a psychic that I am an Arcturian starseed,
Arcturian, or
which
yes,
is interesting.
emotional intelligence of Arcturians,
Mm-hmm.
so beautiful. That is the superpower.
Mm.
Yes, I've spent some time, hundreds of millions of years on Arcturus, as a plant, as an animal. Yes. So it's like my home. Actually, Arcturus is my B, is Arcturus is my home planet.
Oh, wow.
First,
Yes.
second, third density.
That's interesting.
And then I started going to the school of Earth because Earth offered so much, very like very the curriculum was very intense. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go fast and learn. And it was just third density here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yeah, none of us is ordinary people.
Right, right. Yeah, probably some compilation of things.
Many, and it's all coming to surface right now. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Anya, do you have
just
time for one more?
sure, go ahead real quick.
Sure. I have this thing, I'm learning a whole bunch of new techniques and skills, but I'm having a problem sharing them with people. Like I get negative self-talk about I don't want to share it with them or it won't be the right person or and I want to be doing something like you're doing is just sharing my knowledge and everything that I've learned through my life with other people in a kind of an artistic and expressive way because I'm an artist, but I have all this other
Mm.
training around counseling and helping people, but I'm not doing it.
Okay, so in the beginning of my practice, I had similar dilemma, and this is where I had to make a commitment to myself and to my clients. I made a commitment, and I had to
Okay.
use my free will and my willpower to tell them the truth. So when I place a hand on somebody and I have a reading and I know why this is, and something comes up for me about their childhood or traumas or like really some yucky stories of it, right? I
Yeah.
made a commitment despite of my fear of rejection or something to communicate that to my clients. However they take it, I say, well, what I feel, not what I think, but what I feel or what comes to me, that's how I phrase it, or what your body communicating to me right now, and I'm reading it, is this. And see if it relates to you. And you give them the whatever comes to you. And so it's fear of rejection or being imperfect what stops
Yeah,
you.
the criticisms, I think,
The
the critical
criticism.
feedback. Yeah.
And for that, you know what you need to do? Drop
Hmm.
your own self-importance. Drop your own
Okay.
self, just drop it. Just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think about me. It doesn't matter. I'm in service, and this is the best I'm doing, and I'm committed to speak the truth. And the
Okay.
blockage here on the fifth
Yeah.
is the fear. And you need to work through this fear. Say, listen, I'm in service to people, and my service is to speak the truth. Whatever I feel in my heart, however they will receive it, it's not up to me. It's going to be their reaction, but I am committed to speaking the truth despite of the resistance. And then when you do
Absolutely.
this, mhm.
When they're drawing or when I'm helping them, like they're just tapping into their subconscious and their belief systems that are buried or their self-conversations and that. Um, like I'm just guiding them through that. It's their own stories, and I really want to help everybody with that. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm really afraid of the rejection and the criticisms.
yeah. So ask your criticism. Okay. So so the fear of rejection. Okay, fear, what are you afraid of? Rejection. So how can you do this conversation? I'm afraid of rejection.
I
And if
think it's
what will
mother-based.
happen if they reject you? What will happen if they
Oh, okay.
reject you?
Right. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what would happen? Ask your
Oh,
rejection. Ask your
okay.
fear.
Yeah.
What will happen if they reject you? The worst.
Well, I know that it's nothing, but it would be me, how I would feel about it, right? So how it would touch me emotionally.
Well, let me do the conversation with your so let me see. Um, what the worst gonna happen if they reject me? They're not gonna love me. So
Mhm.
this is your childhood trauma
Yes.
of being afraid of rejection from your mom or dad or somebody very close.
Yes.
If I'm not a good girl, if I'm not saying the right thing, they will reject me. It means they're not gonna love.
Absolutely.
And if they don't
Yeah.
love me, I will die.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a fear of
That's it.
death.
Yeah.
That's paralyzing you, fear of death. And then you say, is it true that I'm going to die if they will reject me? No. Maybe when you were little, it was true, because
Yes,
if your parents
yeah,
don't love you, they leave you somewhere under the bush, and the wolf can eat you in a long old
yes,
time, If you cry too
yeah,
much, you'll be
yeah,
like, okay, she's a pain in the butt. But now,
yes.
if they reject you, is it true that you're gonna die? No, I'm not gonna die. Okay, so the worst is not gonna happen. So okay.
All right, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely touched on. I've been trying to put my finger on that for a long time. It's like, what is it that's really deep and below everything that I'm telling myself mentally? You touched on it. So,
Fear,
and
fear of death.
yeah, when you're talking to the other person before about his mother and controlling and protecting, and it really touched on that too. So, thank you so much today for that. I really appreciate
Good.
your
And
help.
listen, let me do one more thing for you. So
Okay,
your mind goes, if I tell them the truth, they will reject me. What if they will reject me? But then for this
okay,
one, you say, what if I will uncover the deepest truth for them? What if I will resolve a very deep problem for them? What if I will allow them to see the truth? What if, and you do write like 20
like
positive what
that.
ifs on
Okay,
one negative, what if
yeah,
they will reject me? What if they will accept me? What if they will be
okay,
grateful for me for this? What if, so you train your mind to also think in a positive.
okay,
I'm so excited for you.
okay.
20.
I know that was like a second layer. So
Yes.
that's yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate
Also
that.
think, even when you think, what if they reject me? If you love yourself so much, you won't reject yourself. So
Yes,
Right.
even if
yes,
they
that's
reject
another
you, you don't
aspect.
reject yourself because you
And
love
that's
yourself.
another layer. Thank you. Thank you, Gapstar. That's another
Yes,
layer, rejecting myself. They're rejecting me. I reject myself. See where you're rejecting yourself and you're rejecting your own truth. And that's another
yes,
10 pages of just shadow work right there. See how you reject yourself in many, many different
awesome.
ways, and then change them into the positive. How do I now accept? Instead of rejecting on these areas, how do I begin to accept myself in these areas? Juicy work.
It's juicy. Yeah,
Dive
thank you.
in.
I appreciate that.
Yes. All
I
right,
got a
my
bit of a
friends.
journey ahead of me.
Yes, yes, exactly. Well, if you need help, or you can schedule a private with me and we can go deeper into your thing and into exercises and to like scripting and everything specifically. But for now, I am so happy that you joined me this Sunday afternoon. You
How
could have
do
Thank
done
you very much.
how do we
other things
schedule
Thank you so
specifically.
sessions?
much.
Yes. I love you all. We stay in touch.
Thank
Thank
you. I
you.
was gonna ask, how do we schedule sessions with you, Anya?
If you
Oh,
go, thank you. If you go to my website, there is a link, like a Zoom, schedule a Zoom under the sessions. I think it's like a Zoom session, and you can click on it, and that's where you can schedule, or you'll
Is it
see.
just your name.com?
no.
No, it's called Temple of One Infinite Creator.com.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
Temple
Thank
of One
you.
Infinite
I'm gonna
Creator.com.
post it here for you guys.
Yeah.
I am a church. Well, I'm
Mhm.
not the
Ah,
church. I am one of the representatives of the. It's like a nonprofit, kind of like organization. We
Oh,
do lots of nonprofit, but it's church.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Like a spiritual church, yeah.
Ah,
Awesome.
Anya, I
Thank
just
you
want to
so
say
much.
thank you so much.
thank
Thank you
you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, you're
so much.
welcome. Daniela, are you coming to the full moon circle this full moon?
Yes, yes, I haven't seen
Or are you
it.
gonna
When
do
is
your
it?
own?
No,
Yeah,
I'll go. I'm going to you. When
going
is
to
it?
you.
I haven't seen it.
It's on the website under the
I see it.
yeah.
February 1st.
Yes, 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 yes. And it's
I'll
gonna
be there.
be, yeah, it's I think Sunday, I don't remember, but it's gonna be beautiful too. All
Oh,
right, my friends. Love
thank you,
y'all.
Anya. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.